Cosmo, it's been a rough time for you since PK died, then the funeral. You have several things outstanding on your schedule, of course. You're no longer receiving messages from Azalea asking to meet with you. There is a message from Elizabeth asking to meet with you in her office for a, it's definitely a corporate thing, for sure. This isn't a casual sit down. And you're on your way in your I forget what you dressed up in, but to meet with the Mandrissa.
Yes, I believe Cosmo dressed up as basically like your standard tux. Like, just he went in and said, I need fancy clothes to a store, and they like that's it. That's all you got, fancy clothes, and they just gave him a normal tux. So it's just like too
good enough
stereotypical.
To show up in a tux, so So yeah, you're seated in a private booth with the Mandrissa, who is of course charming and wonderful, and the concierge says, Miss Zhang, Mr. Sokolov, please enjoy your dinner. Will be 7 courses. Here is the menu we'll be serving.
Most excellent. You have my thanks. And what did he say her last name was? Miss Zhang? Zhang.
So when you look confused, she says, yes, I suppose I haven't introduced myself, Nicholas. My name is Zhang Kunfei, Mandressa in exile.
In exile?
Yes. When you slowly in exile, she says, the Federated Suns stole many planets from the Capellan Confederation during the Fourth Secession War. My family was nobility among one of those. I have the honor of bearing the title for when we retake the stolen worlds that the Satan of Davian has taken from us.
And this is something you plan to do soon? That seems awfully aggressive.
I have waited my entire life. We don't need to do it soon. Perhaps my children or grandchildren. One day the Capellan Confederation will once again stand at the center of the Star League. So all planets will be united underneath our banner.
I see. Well, that is very ambitious, but I suppose one of your stature must be ambitious, yes?
She pours you a glass of wine and hands it to you with 2 hands and says, speaking of ambitions, I wanted to talk to you about yours.
All right.
Mafia, Maskarovka, Lyran intelligence. You certainly get involved with a number of shady characters, Mr. Sokolov.
How, I suppose how you know is irrelevant at this point, but
I know a lot
I'm
of
not
people
denying
on
it.
Solaris that know quite a few things. And you've left a trail in your path.
Yes,
For those that know to look.
You could say that I go to usually whoever offers me the next best offer, but I will say I don't believe I directly was involved with Mafia. My stable, absolutely, that was a rude awakening at the hall. Let me tell you. But I myself was Maskarovka, followed by LIC, as you have pointed out.
You are a man who moves in interesting circles, and you live in interesting times. Nicholas, I want to help you. I think you already know that losing your last match after guaranteeing victory in the name of the Celestial Wisdom, upsetting the Maskarovka? Yes, you are in a lot of trouble, but I think that I can help you.
Well, I can always use help.
You have many enemies and few true friends. But I have many friends, and I have a friend in particular who could be of great use to you.
Oh?
You see, you have lived your life as a common resident of the celestial wisdom's realm.
This is true.
And you have dipped a toe into the musings of the Maskarovka.
I'm not really sure what I have done for them yet, but I verbally agreed. So yes, you are correct. And Cosmo can't think of a single thing he's done that actually helped them other than draw like negative press and attention.
The Maskarova is upset with you.
Yes, Mr. Way does seem like a hard one to please.
You need protection.
I need protection from the Maskarovka who are protecting me?
I think you underestimate how little they'll be protecting you in the future.
You would offer me protection from our homeworlds?
No. She smiles and takes a sip of wine and says, even the nobility cannot protect you from the Maskarovka. Only royalty can do that. And I am good friends with Kali Liao, the sister of the Celestial Wisdom. She is a very wise woman, deeply spiritual, and we share many conversations, both in person and through the Hyperpulse network. And I must add, given how Comstar has failed all of us, private communication sent by Jumpship, she would be willing to extend a cloak of influence around you to protect you from any harm if you were to become my champion on Solaris.
Interesting.
You need a patron, and I require a knight. You are in quite a bit of trouble, and I can save you.
That is quite the offer, I must say. It takes a lot to blow me away, but you, Zhang Kunfei, have done so. Does she need an answer right now?
No, probably. What instead of answers, you get appetizers.
Thank God. I'm sure Cosmo is also blown away. He's absolutely never been to a 7-course meal before, and so he loses count after 3. It's like, another one?
No, don't worry. They'll count for you.
Oh, good.
They'll cover you.
Great. So he'll probably try to avoid giving a firm yes or no as the meal goes on while he's still thinking about it.
She doesn't press it any further than this point, and just gives you small talk and gossip around Solaris that almost always revolves around her knowing people in positions of power. The time she's visited the Thor Shield Hall and the Valhalla Club.
You've been to the Shield Hall?
Well, many times, of course. It's not that difficult to get in. It's an open bar. It's the Valhalla Shield Hall that is much more... Sorry, the Valhalla Club that's much more difficult to get into upstairs. And I've been there many times. It's open to those with wealth and influence and powerful friends.
May I ask what business you had there? Have you had other champions? He's trying to piece together what...
I have been seeking champions in the past, but occasionally I find that mech warriors on Solaris require funding and will undertake tasks to gain that funding. And there is much that I need done in order to reclaim my homeworld.
I see. Well, this does seem like a mutually beneficial situation. Would you perhaps grant me a couple of days to discuss with my brothers in my stable?
Of course. Please, take as much time as you need. I just warn you. The Maskarovka can act quickly. A snake turning on its charmer.
I think at this point, because I know Ice Dust likes when Cosmo voices his thoughts. At this point, Cosmo's wondering how much she actually knows that he knows, that Buck found the virus that led to PK being killed, and if she thinks he knows that it was Maskarovka that did that, because he's in his head, he's like, what else could they possibly do that they've taken from me? But all that thoughts, he'd probably just say, I have forgotten. I had brought you a gift. And he'll pull out a box that says like luxury chocolates on it. And so Cosmo bought it because of it specifically said luxury on it. He has no idea what makes it special, but he thinks it's special. So
this is really painful to hear. I want you to know that. I
it's
definitely
right
have not pulled this exact move before. Yeah. She gives a very sincere smile and says, thank you. There are a lot of people who want things from me, Nicholas, but there are few who are willing to just give them.
I see. Well, then I shall hasten my decision due to your, I guess, just due to not to keep you waiting. I feel like that would be rude of me.
No, please take whatever time you feel that you need. Here is my personal comlink number.
I'll take that and hide it deep in like some pocket somewhere.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I'm proud of myself as a player for not committing in the moment.
Nice work. Oh man, I gotta tell you, I just checked the stable champion vote. It is so close right now.
Last I saw was 7-6. Doesn't matter.
It's 9-8.
Oh my god, all these people coming out of the woodwork.
Yep. A lot of late voters this time around, which is unusual.
It feels like a lot more votes than usual too. Either that or it's only people voting for these two this time.
It's spread around a little bit. You know, the first votes were, it was like the top 3 out of 10. And so it was all like one person with 3 votes, everybody else with 2 votes.
Yeah.
That's why we switched to first past the post.
Yeah. You know, I do wonder if after the voting's complete, someone's going to be like, oh, I thought this person was that person. And like gets the name wrong. I bet there'll be one person somewhere that's like that. But I think
I don't know. I feel like I was really clear on who.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
But I figure someone somewhere, enough people, someone will screw it up.
I hope not.
I think if the dinner is concluded,
well, sure. I mean, you get 6 more courses, but yeah.
Yeah. Dare I ask what? And that'd just be. I was gonna say, what was the main course? What is it like?
To food porn, huh? Kobe steak. The ancient Kobe cow raised in the Kobe district of Solaris to its incredibly high quality protein, delivered, cooked by the chef to perfection at medium rare, seasoned lightly with salt, black pepper, and house spices.
Delicioso. And she has that too?
Yeah.
Excellent. It's a good
you
start.
both get the same meal, so.
Yeah, well, if you said she was vegan, this would really change the decision. So.
Man, I made a vegan joke last night. It keeps coming up.
I didn't catch your stream last night. You were doing.
I wasn't streaming. I have a private game of Star Wars with some friends.
Oh, okay. I thought I remember you were posting. You'd be doing.
Tonight is draft.
You're right. That's tonight. Today's Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. Holy shit!
For people on Wednesday, yesterday is the raft stream.
Yeah. Don't follow my lead and get all the days of the week messed up.
Just imagine how much worse it is for people in the future who are
watching
catching up on the series.
I apologize.
There are people who are watching A Time of Total Warfare and they comment on what was current events at the time and they were like, this is 3 years ago. And I'm like, yes, this video is also 3 years old. So
this is completely off the rail now, but I had a work call this past Friday, and it was with Japan. And so when it was 4 a.m. my time, I didn't know if it was like 9 p.m. on Friday or 9 p.m. Thursday. Like I didn't know what day it was for them. And it wasn't until the end of the call that I realized they're spending their 9 or 10 p.m. Friday afternoon stuck on a call talking to me.
At 4 a.m. Yeah.
4 a.m. for me. Yeah. I was like, well, this sucks for everyone. But anyway, so to move on, I think doesn't have to be a big scene, but Cosmo would like to swing by Fulcher and still in the tux because he never dresses up, so he thinks this probably is a good look.
You're stopping by Fulcher at like the middle of the night, then, like after.
Oh, because this was after dinner. No, that doesn't make sense. No.
I mean, you live in a corporate residence across from Fulcher, so
Yeah, but I don't know if Cosmo wants to see the type of people shopping at Fulcher at midnight. I mean, have you been to Walmart at like 2 a.m?
They're a refurbishment company, right? So while they probably aren't open for shopping, they're probably doing 24-hour round-the-clock shifts of, pulling parts off of mechs and putting them on other mechs.
Yeah, he'll wait till the next day, or the day after the haul, if the haul took place after my last match, right? It would have. Yeah. So after the haul, Cosmo would show up at Fulcher and just real quick say, thank you for sponsoring the beach event. Sorry for any disturbances I caused while intoxicated. Really appreciate your support. Won't happen again. Like his usual, sorry, won't happen again. Appreciate it.
Moving on. It happens again.
Yeah, his usual spiel.
I will leave it for the Fulcher Industries player to tell me how Fulcher reacts to this.
Okay.
The mysterious CEO of Fulcher, who we've never seen and know nothing about.
Someone told me that they think Fulcher is really you behind the scenes.
It's not.
And I was like, wow, that is a lot of effort. If 100%, he's really creating
it is not me.
Creating another persona on his own Discord.
Listen, I was going to have 2 options for the investor vote, and then Fulcher was like, let's do a third, and then midstream,
yeah, that's funny,
Ivan was like, let's do a fourth, and I was like, look guys, 2 is a lot better than 4. Okay, 4 is way too many options. Envelope. Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
2 is clear cut.
Yeah, I don't know, I think the result worked out well.
Well, I guess we'll see, because we haven't seen what the stable looks like yet.
That's true.
You haven't gone back.
Yeah, I think
just remember, I'm sure you have a written down list of things you want to do, so make sure you don't have any regrets after today's episode.
This is true. Well, I don't expect a response. Cosmo would text, I guess, to Azalea even and saying, sorry, I have completely ignored you for the past 2 weeks. Probably longer. Is there anything I can do for you?
She sends you a text message that says, if you'd like to, we can meet at the Museum of History for a cup of tea.
Okay. I think Cosmo would do that, and he would respond by saying, this is my notice that I'm coming over. To be very clear.
Okay. So this is taking place the next day, right?
Yes.
All right. So she looks like first semester college freshman. She is wearing a nice blouse and a mini skirt. She's got a red leather clutch, and she's trying to seem like she isn't small town off-worldy in a very austere, cultured location. The gift shop cafeteria of Solaris's Museum of History, which of course stretches back to before the days of the Star League.
You are Azalea.
She brushes back some of her dark hair and says, that's affirmative. And her demeanor completely changes when you start talking to her and sit down.
Oh, okay. It's just, you seem very, okay. You seem a little young for the business, but
There
Who am I to
are
judge?
many LIC agents who are raised from birth to serve the service.
I see.
I had wanted to speak to you strictly to talk to you about my tenure as Pavlusha's personal protector.
I see.
I was posing undercover. He had no idea that I was actually part of his security detail, which is why I wanted to talk to you. And to inform you on things he hadn't talked to you about, but seemed like maybe you should be informed of. But at this point, that's all in the past.
Yes, I suppose it is. Can I ask you, not that it matters anymore, but something that one of my own in my stable had mentioned, and it seems you may have even had more conversations with him than I did. Did he seem happy? Did he want to be a mech warrior?
She sips noisily at some boba tea and says, he was happy. Being with you was a rock, an anchor amidst the ocean of chaos that his life had become. Not everyone is built to handle fleeing from their home world after their father's death and their maiming. He was resilient in his own way. He did not want to be a mech warrior, however. I think we all know, and she's saying that, but of course you did know, that he would have been much happier being a mech tech. That was one of the issues I was hoping to speak to you about, but you had, well...
I had amnesia. I had forgot.
It's rough to have a month-long amnesia, Mr. Sokolov, but...
Yes, well, I can assure you I regret it no more... No... What am I trying to say? I regret it more in this moment than ever before.
I wouldn't. He was happy. That's more than most people can say.
Yes, but had I truly listened and known he didn't want to be a mech warrior, I would not have put him in training, especially against that one. You know of whom I speak.
Well, he wanted to be a mercenary, and having mech warrior training assuredly does bump one up on the list a bit more.
It helps.
But
it helps.
Like most 18-year-old boys, he wasn't really sure what he was going to do.
Ain't that the truth?
His skill set, as I've appraised it, made him a highly successful prospect in a future of mech tech work. I don't think he had the right mindset to be a mercenary mech warrior. He doesn't have the level of ruthlessness necessary. He's not like you.
Ruthless? Me? I just like to win. But alas, you're right, it does not matter.
Right.
Buck,
so she gives
Buck
you
was
a
correct.
flat stare while sipping on some boba. Me? Ruthless? I just like winning. Really?
At any cost.
And when I lose, I leave the arena really angrily and avoid all of my obligations.
Yes, basically. Well, I suppose I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. Is Mr. Hickory, do you know if he wants to see me while I'm here?
She looks at you oddly and says...
Oh, shoot, did I screw him up? Is he the one that died? No, he's not
the one that died. But she looks at you oddly and says, how did you find out?
Wait, hold on. I'm confusing the two. One was Hickory. What was the other dude's name?
Hickory died as far as you know. But when you said Hickory, she still goes, how did you know?
Yeah, that was me screwing it up. I heard from...
That's okay, because now you get to learn more in character.
I learned from... Now I have to find the other dude's name. Hold on.
Just to be clear, you didn't, because you've heard that Hickory was dead. You've made an accidental faux pas.
Well, so I was just going to... Well, Mr. Birch told me that Mr. Hickory has passed. Is that correct information? I'm confused what I stumbled onto.
Hickory is not as dead as previously advertised. We were able
Oh
to
shit. Okay, I see what you're saying.
rebuild part of his skull with cybernetics.
Wow.
He's not in a position to resume a special agent in charge of your detail.
Sounds like someone got their hands on Rose 24-point clan recreation.
I mean, Rose clan recreation technology skips the cybernetics and goes directly
to cloning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ro would never abide by using horrifying facial cybernetics that make you look like the Terminator or a Command and Conquer character.
Damn. I'm sorry. Did you say he's not dead?
Yes, that's correct. He's not as dead as we thought. He suffered some brain damage from being shot in the face.
Yes, I imagine that would be significant brain damage. Is he well? Could I visit him?
He is no longer a part of your detail. It would be unwise for you to have further contact with him. In fact, I'm going to be removed from your detail quite shortly, which is the only reason I agreed to this meeting. I'm being assigned elsewhere in the Inner Sphere.
And Mr. Birch?
Will remain a special agent in charge, as far as I know.
Interesting. Well, I cannot see Mr. Hickory. Please do wish him the best in his recovery for me.
Of course.
I appreciate your time and your transparency. I feel like it's not often someone tells me the truth anymore, so I appreciate that.
You can always count on Lyran Intelligence. We've got your back. What we've agreed to.
It's like, this is a huge insight check moment. But yeah.
You roll a natural 1.
Well, you have my thanks, Azalea. I suppose I should be getting back to the stable.
All right. She stands up and moves to give you the kind of hug that your son's girlfriend would give you after you found out your son died.
I think that would really catch Cosmo off guard, so he'd probably just do like a...
Because she's still in character as a Lyran agent, even if you aren't.
Yeah. He'd just do it there.
We already know that you're being watched by multiple intelligence agencies and criminal organizations.
Yes, and there's always one that knows what all the rest are doing. Or they all know what they're all doing. But... all right, yeah, I'd head back to back to headquarters, I suppose. Okay.
There are a lot fewer people in the stable than the last time you've been here. Over the last week, people have been clearing out their offices, hanging up their mech wrenches and their overalls as they've quietly been let go.
Most of them, I don't know how to ask this question. Familiar faces or just like the people that you don't recognize?
The recently hired mafia replacements.
Got it. So I figured, just want to make sure none of them are like, hey, Buck's gone too.
No.
That's a different issue.
Yeah, you're right. It definitely is an issue.
Okay, I'll probably skip turn order here. I'll probably go right to Elizabeth, knowing that she sent me a message and that it's urgent.
Okay. Elizabeth gestures to a seat in her office. It's incredibly clean compared to normal. It's actually more like the first time we saw her. She's wearing a pretty nice sweater. Her hair is pulled back into a braid. She says, Mr. Sokolov, please sit down.
Nicholas, come on. How long have you known me?
This is a formal meeting, Mr. Sokolov.
Are you recording this?
Do I need to?
No, please don't.
There is several incidents that have been reported. There was an allegation that you were struck by Mr. Kincaid Alvar, aka Buck, during the company retreat. As you know from the employee manual, physical violence between employees is strictly forbidden and is grounds for several penalties, including expulsion.
Expulsion? On Buck?
Yes.
No.
Were you, in fact, struck during this time?
Nothing happened that was not well deserved.
So something did happen.
We had a verbal altercation, and he caught me off guard. I had been drinking.
So he did hit you.
I don't recall being hit. I recall him surprising me and me falling down. And
why don't you tell me
drink.
what happened from the very beginning in your own words?
I imagine the spotlight is even from Elizabeth now.
This is a totally normal office afternoon, sitting down with your local office manager / HR rep.
Well, you see, during our gladiator hall, if you recall, which, by the way, I owe you an apology for what I'm about to say anyways. After PK's funeral, we met as a group, and you immediately wanted to start talking about money and finances within our stable. And that was too much for me. After what I had just been through with PK, the money is insignificant in that moment. And thus I left, for which I am sorry. When I left, encountered Buck. We had an altercation verbally around what was to blame for what happened to PK. Both of us, as you know, were very passionate and cared a lot for PK.
Were any physical blows exchanged?
No.
Okay. You're sure? I'm going to put that down on record.
I am sure.
Okay.
Buck is my brother.
I wanted to ask you about a separate incident that happened around that time. There were reports that a gladiator brandished a loaded firearm at the head of another gladiator. What can you tell me about this incident?
A loaded, you mean a gun?
Yes.
I do not recall such a thing. By the time I came back to the Gladiator Hall meeting, well, I was not very sober. In fact, they had to continue to wake me up to get my participation. I recall seeing no such weapon.
She looks extremely disappointed. I see.
What? I feel like a gun is something I would remember, Elizabeth, no?
I mean, you just to cover it here, Amos, aka Ivan, pulled a gun out and put it on the table, and then Seth held it to Ivan's head.
I recall Hunter saying, "Cosmo, wake up!" after that.
But Seth still had the gun to his head the whole time.
Yeah, but Cosmo was passed out for that.
He was passed out the whole time the gun was held to his head? That was like 30 minutes.
He held the gun to his head for 30 minutes?
Yes.
All right, then I guess Cosmo is just lying then.
Okay. Yeah, so when she says I'm very disappointed, or sorry, when she looks disappointed, you know why. It's because she knows you're lying. She knows everybody's lying to her so far. No one will tell her the truth. And her disappointment look makes you feel bad.
You cannot make me feel worse than losing PK, Elizabeth.
I'm not trying to make you feel anything, Mr. Sokolov. I'm trying to ensure that our investors' values and the safety of our gladiators and staff are upheld to the highest levels of both legal and moral terms.
And I believe we are trying to keep the wheels on the bus and just succeed as a stable without completely imploding for 1 week. At that, I'll probably get up and leave.
Okay.
There's only...
You get a message from her about 5 minutes later saying she needs your signature on your statement.
I'm delaying that.
She'll send the file to your office and wait for you to have it returned to her with your signature.
That will take longer than it should to return, but it will happen.
Okay. All right. Anything
There's
else you
only
want to do?
one person left I want to try to talk to, and this is going to go super awkward.
Yeah.
I would like to find Lynn Holder.
I thought you were going to go to Roe. Interesting.
Nope.
Yeah. When Lynn Hilder is working out alone. She used to work out with Seth, but now she's working out alone. She puts down, there's no spotter, so she struggles down the weights and then slides out, leans forward, taking a sip of electrolyte drink, and says, "I'll get her for you, Cosmo. I'm gonna get her."
This is actually what I wish to speak to you about. Where did this plan come from? I must ask.
I was watching a movie in the theaters that talks about Jade Falcon traditions, and there's an ancient one that isn't being followed by Roe. 2 cadets have to compete at the same time, and one of the cadets can betray the other.
So you are basing your plan upon the movie, yes?
Well, it's a clan movie, so it's not really filled with hyperbole and over dramatization. It's actually a little dry for my taste, to be honest.
Ah, I see. And you are intent on going through with this plan, no matter the consequences.
Consequences?
Well, yes. By going through with this, you are basically joining Clan Jade Falcon yourself, are you not?
So she wipes her face off of the towel and says, "Yes, I will be. Let me tell you about the consequences if she is allowed to become a warrior. Would you want someone like her in a position of leadership within the Jade Falcons?"
There are already many other Sayas in position of leadership in Jade Falcon.
But I can stop this one. I don't need to spend my whole life on the front lines in a battle mech fighting and dying to stop one Saya. Everything she would ever do from this point on will be stopped when she is my bondsman.
You're a bondsman, eh? That is an interesting thought. I'm done telling interns what they should or should not do. It has gotten me nowhere but heartache. I just ask you one final question to consider.
I mean, she stops to take another drink and says, "Wait. Do you not like this plan? I thought there's no killing involved. There's no theatrics, no dramatics, no backstabs, no betrayals. I thought I was doing this for you and PK."
I do not want anyone else throwing away their life for what they feel is revenge for someone who is not with us anymore.
But you would let her walk free.
She will get her own in time. She's a Jade Falcon. Everyone hates them.
And yet they still persist. For a clan that everyone hates, they seem to be leading the charge out of the other 20.
I just want to make sure that you think this through is all.
Okay, roll 2d6 real quick.
Can I add one last statement?
Yes.
Is this how you feel PK would want you to act?
Ooh. Listen to this underhanded motherfucker right here. Is this how you think PK would? Are you rolling Jade Falcon dice for this? Wow. Well, they didn't betray you there.
9.
All right.
I'll take it. Is there any additions or subtractions on this?
I mean, I'm going to give you a +1 for that last statement. So.
Yeah.
She takes a deep breath and clenches her right fist as she stares down at it. And the scene is, the infinity mirrors in every direction in the gym. Oh. It's you and her standing together as she, sweat dripping down her hair, her workout clothes clinging tight, her fist clenched, and she takes a deep breath and she says, "Okay, give me some time to think about it.
That is all I ask, is that you think about it.
There has to be another way to get justice, though."
Ah, justice. That is different than revenge.
It was never about revenge. It was about stopping Saya.
If you say so.
I came here to learn about the clans, to learn about the best in the inner sphere, what drives them, what molds them, so that I could become one. The best.
And I think you are on the right track, especially if you are considering making the wisest choice in this situation.
Which is what, exactly?
Only you can answer that.
I thought the wisest choice was to defeat Saya. But now you're telling me otherwise, so maybe it's not only me that can say that. Don't try to sound clever or smart or some crap.
Yeah, after everything Cosmo has been through, he is not intelligent or smart. He's just refusing to give firm direction.
He just looks around the gym, walks past you leaving, without having wiped everything down first, too. Bad gym etiquette.
Cosmo's
She'll be back
probably
later after she cools down, though.
Cosmo's probably thinking, that's the first time I've ever actually talked to her. I like her.
You probably don't like her as much as the Saya shrimps like Saya, though.
No, that's over the top.
all you have to do is say I am Jade Falcon, and they're like, he said it! He said the line!
Yes. This is very true. Well, if all the rest of my rolls go sideways tonight, I'm at least happy about that one.
You saved a life. You saved Saya Jade Falcon's life. Linhilder is still on a doomed and cursed course. The fates have woven her destiny.
This is true. I mean, well, now I wasn't going to say this to Linhilder, but if it takes 2 recruits, right, and they only have 1, that could nullify the whole damn thing. So unless
but it seems like Rose going ahead with it anyway, and that he's gotten permission to do so.
I feel like there's got to be some trial of bullshittery to say that's not legit.
Sure, I can't wait for you to call the trial of bullshittery.
Well, that's what Cosmo would call it. Just randomly be like, I object. But that is all I got for. Yeah, that's all I got. I'll talk to Buck after the fight.
Okay. So you are ushered in to, an interview.
Is it still with William Double Double?
Until this very moment, I was considering still having it be with Mech Talk, which is the premiere show. But maybe it is still with William Double Double. Sure, we'll go with that. So William is seated across from you. He's wearing like a purple long sleeve shirt and denim pants, and seated upon his cloak. It's all very Solaris high fashion, which is super confusing looking.
William, it looks like you have upgraded your wardrobe. What is the occasion?
Well, it's my first Class 6 match.
I am your first. Well, this is very exciting for us both. I must say, I'm a little nervous for my Class 6 match. I was hoping you could give me some tips like you usually do. In a non-biased way, of course.
Well, I'm just glad we've got you here and not with that Todd Richards. Not that I have anything against him, but Mech Talk is a bit too common for someone like me. I like to have a quiet sit down with our contenders.
There is no match for the interviews that you conduct.
Thank you.
William.
I appreciate that. It's all scripted over there.
Mech Talk.
Yes, yes. Look, let's get back to the issue at hand. Your first battle, aiming for rank 96 against Firestorm. How do you feel about that going into the
Firestorm? I suppose I should have done some research, huh? Oh well. I do think I'm the only one that has like very little stress, and I still don't roll for any research or anything. Well, I can only tell you that I will do my best to win per usual, but I'm a little interested to tell you why I changed to Class 6. It was a recent event that made me realize none of us really know when our clock will stop ticking. And so I hope to make the most of the time I do have. And to me, the most bang for your buck is in Class 6.
So you want to grasp glory before you die, now that you felt the chill touch of mortality.
Oh, that is good, William. You should put that in a song.
I have actually already have twice.
Of course. Maybe, I've heard those songs. I love them. He just looks very confused.
Well, they can't all be as straightforward as Jasper Hiroka's a little bitch.
The classic, yes. But he does make good beer and vodka.
Well, after the incident.
Are you allowed to talk about this on air? I don't. Perhaps we should.
No. Of course not. It's a shame what happened, though.
Yes. Very.
This is the problem with running two shows in the same timeline at different periods of time.
Well, I do not know much of this Firestorm, but I wouldn't be Cosmo if I didn't dedicate my victory per usual.
No?
Did you say no or so?
No, I said because I don't know who you're dedicating it to.
I thought you said no. I was like, I can't do that in Class 6? Damn.
You definitely can.
Well, I feel like this one is a little overdue, but I'd like to dedicate this soon-to-be victory to Spirit Customs again. Out of character, if anyone's noticed that I have a new avatar in Discord that is from Sun Spirit, so thank you for that. I've been using it since, and it's kind of exactly how I pictured Cosmo, so it's pretty damn good. And
now that you remind me, he did the official William double portrait, and I still haven't put it on stream yet. Nice.
Well, its time will come. Right now, this is the Cosmo avatar moment. Sure. And he also contributed to the SPA for Fire Fist. So, yeah, thank you, Spirit Customs.
You actually going to use Fire Fist at some point?
Well, I've only had it for one match so far, and it was against a tank, so that makes it tough. But I also can't help but notice that was my only other match on a Tuesday, and that was the only one I lost. So hopefully breaking that streak here.
I mean, today being a Tuesday as well.
This time, today is a Tuesday.
Okay.
So, and that's all I have, William. Anything for me?
There's been a lot of tumultuous paparazzi reporting around your stable. Any comment on the recent firings?
I think we just agreed as a stable we needed a fresh start. Losing one of our own, and by that I mean PK, it really hit all of us hard and made us question the path we were going down. And I think, yes?
No, please go ahead.
And I think cleaning house of some of the dead weight to get a fresh start was the best action for all of us.
Now, when you say PK, you're referring to your ward, a young man by the name of Pavlusha Konstantin, who recently died during a training incident.
That is correct, yes. Cosmo's not going to offer up too much more unless William pries.
Right. Yeah, William just ends the interview at that point when it's clear that you don't want to say anything else. All right. So
I think when the camera turns off, he says, "Thank you for not pressing."
He just nods. You find yourself fighting once again in the factory. Class 6 matches are all at one of the 5 ranked battle areas because you always fight for your rank in Class 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you'll be fighting Firestorm. I can't do a very good an Afrikaner accent, but Firestorm is an Afrikaner. and he is
All right.
piloting a custom Centurion with 2 fluid guns and a large laser.
For a second, I thought you were going to make me fight some variant of a yellow wang. And I was like, God damn.
No. Honestly, this might actually be a little bit scarier in some ways.
Corrosive, oil slick, and inferno. I don't know what those do. Other than
good. I'm glad.
Oh, that range too. Basically, you don't want to use Fire Fist again. All right. All right. Only 1 large laser. Damn. Okay. Ooh, and all that. What is oil? What happens if you hit oil as a crit? Does it do anything?
Don't worry about it.
All right, we'll find out.
We'll bring it up when the time comes.
We'll find out.
It's not good. Let's put it that way.
Excellent. Well, for Cosmo's entrance, he's not really. If anything, he's toning it down, not a notch. The lights will go down per usual. The Russian Duha starts playing in the background. His mech actually, it came out pretty well on the record sheet here. I built him what I think would be a pretty cool looking quick draw in MechWarrior Online, and so he's kind of got pauldron spikes made of tire, a tire hammer, and like a mohawk. That's all just for the looks as it's coming into the fight. And the green stripes, it's like tiger stripe kind of, would pulse with the Duhast beat. Okay. But he would just kind of walk in and then do the Triple H, spitting up into the air thing. That's his entrance.
You may want to fill in your sheet though.
Oh, shish kebab.
Yep. So
I feel like I forget that every week.
On his entrance, Firestorm comes in and he says, "Brew, are you really ready to face me?"
I guess we'll find out, won't we? Oh, wait, wrong accent. Forget whatever. Well, I guess
you're Russian.
Yeah. I often repeat the last thing I heard in the same tone when I'm multitasking. But
so he says, "Bro, I'm not sure I'm ready to face a man who killed his own son. A negligent father like yourself. Can you really stand in the ring with me?"
I have nothing to say to you. I cut my comms.
Okay. I would like you to roll 2d6 plus instinct as you are suffering an attack.
All right. Oh, what do we want to use here? He was wearing purple, William was. Let's go with Mark dice.
That's a terrible reason, but okay.
Instinct, 1 second. Instinct +1, so that's a 10.
Okay, you cut the comms before you get pissed.
It's a perfectly good reason, because William Double's wearing purple.
Yeah, well, seems like it worked out for you. That's the old William bump, It's well known among the people. Okay, so Firestorm sees that his goading didn't work, and he resumes his intro, which is spraying oil and then using the other fluid gun to spray inferno fluid on it, and basically like making pentagrams and giant fiery columns and oil slicks everywhere along the floor that's all on fire. And then they have to have a ammunition truck come up and reload them real quick before the battle. But everybody's like, "Yeah! Holy shit, this is awesome!" His fans are out in number, and you don't have very many fans in Class 6. Most of the people in this, it's still completely sold out. I mean, it's Solaris, and it's a ranked battle. Even for a rank 99 versus a rank 96. But the majority of people are just here to see a good mech fight and don't really know either of you that well.
Is it safe to assume this is the largest crowd Cosmo has performed in front of yet?
Yes, easily. So the other thing to remember is that the grand tournament is still ongoing. So this guy got ejected early because he lost really early. So, there are more people on Solaris than normal. to watch mech fights while that on
I
goes.
see. Okay. That's good context. Cosmo will try to put on a good show somehow without talking to this buffoon.
All right, rule 7.
All right, sorry. I'm finally done updating all the thingamajiggers.
Sure.
Man, 10. I won't say anything. I won't jinx anything.
No, please do. Please go ahead. Tell me which side you want to enter from.
I'll just say right here.
This is a Donovan Broadcasting Company news alert.
He's where he wants to be.
Oops. That's probably a poor decision. That's all right.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. At the start of combat, he selects you as his prey.
Ooh. What does that do?
He has a -1 to hit you.
Aha. Well, I have a targeting computer to also have a -1 to hit you. Take that.
What if you had both?
Oh, well then, shit.
7.
11.
Okay. 9 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll stop there, hidden in my cover.
1, 2, 3. Oh wait, no, that's different levels. So I'll jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's my blue? And 3.
I'm gonna choose to defend with the wall.
I figured.
Hiding behind cover, you know?
Is it possible? I'm not going to do this now,
To
but I'm thinking
learn this power?
well, later in the fight to have my comms open but still block him, like have him muted, but still be broadcasting so the audience can hear. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. If we can do it in Discord today, I would hope we can do it in the 80s of the future.
5 initiative.
10.
There's a lot of things we can do today that we couldn't do in the 80s of the future, like use the internet.
This is true.
When they say I'll go grab that file, they literally mean a file in Battletech, not like a computer file.
They have to go send a couple jump ships to go get it.
Some cover somewhere. Keep you from murdering me. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's pretty good. Not as good as I'd like, but
That's a really tough line. In order to see you, I'd have to wait. But how tall is this?
I mean, you guys are the one that make the maps, but it looks like it's 3 levels tall to me.
3?
Yeah, first floor, second floor, third floor.
Oh, sorry. I mean, this building compared to your map.
Yeah, I'd assume that this is 2 stories tall.
Okay.
So hide behind the bull.
Okay.
And I assume that because it literally is 2 stories tall.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can get over there that far. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I can. I'd have to go one more, but you can't run into water.
I feel like you can run into water.
That was something you can't do, and I doubt it's on this chart.
That doesn't sound right.
I don't think it is on this chart. Star. Where's star? Where's the asterisk mean? That doesn't help. That's the one thing I didn't open was the manual in the background.
No running movement when entering a water hex. Well, I've never heard this before, but okay.
I mean, we can continue to ignore it if you'd like.
No, it's fine. Please go ahead.
Because then I could. Then I could see.
One of these days, I'm going to have to actually read Total Warfare in its entirety. For some reason, I keep doing this thing where I'm like, "Yep, I've never actually read the rulebook. It's been 5 years, still running it." I don't know why it's a point of pride.
Would you say?
No, I'm going to defender's advantage into that. Well,
all right,
I absolutely don't want you to
7, 8. Then.
Oh, you want to give me a side shot? Okay. You crazy?
Yeah, it's a side shot, and then I would torso twist, which I think I brought those out. I don't know. Huzzah! I never ever use this thing. That's why it wasn't built into the mod before. Oh wait, it's in the water. All right. Well, he's looking.
What's your run?
Yeah, it's a run. And I need to count the hexes, but that was here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is a 2.
Okay, I'm firing a single large laser. As he opens fire, it goes, but you don't hear it. Oh, center torso through armor critical.
Seriously? God damn
I'm
it.
gonna go ahead and spend an edge point to reroll those critical dice.
This is a curse.
Excellent. That's a double.
Oh my god, that's not good.
Would you like to spend glory to avoid this, or?
I don't think I have any. Let me check.
Ouch. Ouch.
Nope, I have no glory.
Literally has one ranged weapon and he nails you with it within.
I know. What the hell?
I've been thinking ever since this curse shit got out of hand, because of all the LBXs and stuff and like SRMs early on, so many through armor criticals happened, and now it's finally happening right here again. The first time in a while we're getting that good shit. All right.
I feel like I got a ton of crits on the tank. It's just the tank chart said they don't do anything.
Yeah,
I was like, what the hell?
that's because tanks are weird.
Yeah.
Okay. First one is 2-3, which is a fusion engine hit for you. Probably not that bad. 1-5 is a gyro hit though, which is
is bad.
Crippling.
I'll make my pilot roll now, I guess. I'm at base 3, and I think it's place 3 again. Is that right? Yeah, so I need a 6.
I mean, it's just going to hurt you for the whole rest of the match, too.
Oh!
Did you just fail? Holy
Yes.
shit. God, that was edge well spent, my friend.
Wah, wah, wah. Okay, so I have to fall. But first, I'm going to really, really hope I can shoot you back.
Okay. Hey.
So I'm a base of...
This is so Hunter McGregor walking into your first rank battle and immediately face falling.
This is not good. Base of 3, 4, 5 for my run, 6 for your movement, 8 for range, -1 for targeting computer, so I need 7s. Oh wait, no. You got through armor torso critical, but not on the center torso because you're hitting my side.
Oh, yep. Okay, let's reverse
that.
That
is
then.
so much better.
You're right. When you're right, you're right. Let's pull it back. All right, so you still take 8 exterior armor damage.
Yes.
The equivalent criticals would have been your...
Which torso was it, actually?
Targeting computer and your jump jet.
You're hitting my right torso.
Yep.
That is
right,
so much better.
What do you want to bet? Pondo's there, shaking his head at us, and now he's going, well, I'm glad I didn't write that comment.
This is why I stopped pausing when I noticed things, because I was like, they figure it out anyways. Okay, so it was right torso for 8.
All right, so your targeting computer is down starting next round, and your jump maneuver has been reduced to 4.
Yes. Okay. That is so much better. Wow.
Well, your repair cost just skyrocketed, but yeah.
I mean, they were going to be a lot regardless. Okay, shot number 1 needs a 7. That hits. Location 10 is left arm. Takes 8 damage. 8 damage to left arm.
Okay.
Shot number 2 also hits. Left torso takes 8 damage.
Okay. Firing your twin beams, huh?
Yes. Was the thing was Varen was like, hey, this is the don't touch me build.
Been working out pretty well against Ludeman, yeah. Those are the short rangers. Okay, in terms of heat, I'm perfectly good. I can't possibly build heat unless my engine was splitting.
4. So I'm good too.
Alright, 10 initiative.
I go first. I got an 8.
So at this point, do you still have him muted?
I think after the first round, I would unmute him just to see what the hell he's going to say.
Okay, so he says, "Bro, I made my mech to take on your cute little fire starter. Where's it at, bro?"
You think I'd bring a voice? Not what's my good phrase? You think I would bring a fire starter in here to fight with? No, I'm copying your accent. No,
You were pretty Russian.
This is what happens. I hear another accent and I just jump to it. You think I'd bring a fire starter in here to fight with you? No, not in class 6.
I mean, I've seen your matches. I didn't assume you'd do anything particularly wise.
We'll see who's the wisest after this battle.
True. He smiles and like gets like a little beer helmet connection of beer, takes a sip of it real quick and wipes his mouth, and then gets back to the mech fight.
Uh, 8. Oops, I don't need that anymore. What is here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, which is a 2. I never thought I'd be so happy to have someone shoot me in the side.
Okay.
I'm seeing how close he wants to get, if he wants to use those fluid guns or not.
You're done moving?
Yes. Pretty close.
9. Yep. So that means I must have moved 8 hexes, which is a 3. You're shooting first.
Before I declare this, I'm going, if I were to use the Fire Fist the way it's written.
You have to reserve the weapon and not shoot it.
But I have weapons in both arms. Can I do it with both arms?
No, you can only do Fire Fist in one punch.
Okay.
So do you want to reserve one of your 2 lasers?
Yeah, I'll reserve, I guess, the right arm. So I'm shooting left arm and medium laser.
Okay.
Okay, so no more target computers on base 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a hit on 8 damage to your right torso.
Not so good for me, but
Medium laser needs an 8. Gets an 8. Left leg takes 5 damage.
okay. He is going to Alpha Strike, and he's going to fire Oil Slick first, and then follow it up with Inferno Fuel.
Cosmo will literally be on fire.
I mean, you've always said it was your thing.
I do hope your fire is green. Does he have weapon specialist fuel gun?
He does have weapon specialist fluid gun, yeah.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
There's a reason he's rank 96.
That's so funny.
So he's like the kind of guy who would take weapon specialist combine or weapon specialist
mining drill.
Tool. Yeah. 4. Okay, so Laser first. That's a hit. Right arm for 8. You're oil slicked.
Okay. What does that do?
Well, your hex is also oil slick now, so I need to get some sort of marker. Moving through it takes a... whenever you do it, you have to make a +1 PSR roll.
Does that include exiting or just...
No, I think it's moving through it, but
okay.
Your mech is also covered in flammable materials, which is going to be a problem in a moment.
In just a second here.
Yeah. Okay, so now you're on fire.
Excellent.
You now generate 5 heat.
Right now?
Yes, because you're on fire.
Okay.
And until you roll an 11 plus at the end of a round, you'll continue to be on fire.
An 11 plus? Wow, that's insane.
Yep. You also take 2 damage from the... sorry, not 2 damage, 2 heat from the Inferno fluid.
So 7 heat total.
Yes.
Got it.
You build 7 more heat on top of whatever you were already building.
Wow, that's pretty sweet. Can that stack? Like, can you put someone on fire repeatedly?
No. I mean, he can Inferno fluid you some more, but you can't ever build more than 10 heat, so there wouldn't be a purpose. Sorry, you can't force somebody else to build more than 10 points of heat.
Got it.
That's the cap.
That's still pretty cool.
Well, listen, this whole battle was about doing this one neat trick. Okay.
Which
just like the Vulcan Raven Gauss rifle.
Yeah, firecracker, now Firestorm. All right. Well then, for physical attacks, I think I still need.
Yeah. So all the paint on your mech that you're so proud of is currently just there's like a lead cloud forming around you.
Don't look at the front. Just look at the back.
Oh no, you're completely covered in oil, like your whole mech. I was considering getting obscurant paint so that you couldn't see, and it can get a stacking +3 difficulty to hit if he keeps obscuring you.
Jesus,
yeah,
that is brutal.
Fluid guns are weird. You can also spray people down with coolant to lower their to be like
levels. A clan and cool off faster.
Yeah. Well, instead I'm being like a clan and transferring heat directly to you.
Yeah, just take out a hose and
yeah.
Here.
My ARPPC forces you to build 10 heat.
Oh man. Okay, so hopefully Fire Fist works for the first time here. I'm a base 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if I hit you, I get a chance to shoot the other large laser at a -1 penalty for the same location.
Okay.
Come on, 8. Oh, I saw that one spinning in the air, you piece of junk.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my edge. I can only do the...
Yep.
Actually, it wouldn't matter because the rest of these don't matter.
So I mean, the critical will matter, but other than that...
yeah, so just this one.
Oh.
Boom, shakalaka.
All right, give me a D6, see where you hit. Hopefully not the head. Oh, killer Cosmo there, hitting the arm. What's the punch damage I'm looking at?
What am I? 60 tons, so 6 damage.
Okay, that's internal. So like I said.
So that's the first crit.
Roll crit.
All right, not using those damn mark dice.
Just one D6.
All right.
This is an arm.
It is a 4.
Okay, say hand actuator.
Okay.
All right, you get to follow up with the large laser. Here, large laser.
So for the same location, needs a 7.
Nope.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, so you punch, you fire the beam, and it just... I feel like the hand actuator gets broken off, and the laser beam hits that instead.
How do you punch a location that miss when the laser's in this? Oh,
well, yeah, maybe it's you start the shooting too early, right? And the beam...
Trigger happy.
Yeah. All right, he's going to punch you twice as well. There a bonus on punching? I don't think there is. It's 0, right?
0 flat, yeah.
Okay, so no heat penalty. So I'm looking at that is a miss, and the other punch that is a hit. Come on, 6. Yep, he punches you in the head.
Of course.
For 5 damage. I need you to roll consciousness.
dice you're going to use this time? Oh, you took.
Damn, for a dude with literally no damage output, he is absolutely rocking you right now.
Man, he's doing really good. Oh my god. What is
so
it?
close. You needed a 3, and that's exactly what you got.
Maybe I should have said I was rolling real well at the start.
Yeah, so you
then...
punch him in the arm, and you knock his hand off, but in the process he counter punches with that arm, and he jabs the pointy end of his thing right into your faceplate. You're like, ah! As your viewport now has like a long scratchy line across it, and you're like, huh? What's going on out there? And he goes, Brew, I think things aren't going very well for you. No, fuck, I'm imagine Irish this instead of Africans.
This exchange probably looks crazy for the fans. There's a mech on fire. Someone got punched in the head, and yet someone's still punching back out of the fire. Oh my god! All right, so heat. I'm going to be in a little bit of trouble because I fired both lasers.
You mean all 3 lasers? Yeah. You alpha struck
26
and you ran.
plus 3 is 29 on top of the 7. So 36 before sinking any. And then I sink 26, so I'm at 10.
That's rough to start with. All right, roll 2d6 to see if you're still on fire. On an 11 plus, you are not.
All right, Capellan. Just keep changing the
lucky
dice.
Capellan dice, huh? Nope, still on fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on fire. Literally.
Now look, I have to tell you that the rules in tactical operations on how oil slicks work are not clear. So this is either a canon rule that isn't written correctly, or it's a house rule that I decided to use because otherwise fluid guns are totally useless.
You mean like retractable blades?
Yeah.
2.5 tons to get a -1 to hit. That's it. Okay.
Yeah, let's remove our stuff. There isn't like an on fire marker. We'll just have to remember it.
There is a I don't have that in the preload. There's like a hex that just shows a fire.
We'll just assume that you're smash mouthing right now because your world's on fire.
Yeah, very fitting.
Yeah, let's roll initiative.
This one's having a rough first match here.
8.
7. God
Perfect.
dang. If I had that C3, which I was like, nah, this is dumb. Wait, what's my movement with the penalties here? I have -2. Yes, -2. So I'm a 3, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, no, that'd be a run because shit.
Because your speed
because
is
it's
down.
-2.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're now a 3-5. You're moving at assault speeds.
Yeah. Which is the main reason I didn't want the quick draw to begin with. Let's see.
Vulture dangled it in front of you.
You know what I'm gonna do then?
Mm-hmm. What are you gonna do? I'm very curious.
Sign this. Did I put? No, I didn't put heat sinks in my feet because there were 3 crits because we're in your sphere. That's right. All right. We're just gonna jump 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we're gonna jump 3. No, 4. We're gonna jump 4. And we'll face this way.
Jump checks in your foot? No, okay, good. You're not crazy.
No, I wanted heat sinks in my feet, but they're
interesting.
Too
I just want to point out that leads to a possible situation where you get kicked in the head.
Kicked in the head, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose I could jump. 1, 2, 3. I could just jump here, I suppose.
All right, and that doesn't put the fire out because the whole upper torso of your mech is still on fire.
Fair. That's a 2 modifier. I really didn't want to jump because I'm building more heat. But more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I already added the heat.
3.
Can you turn the water into oil?
7, 8, 9. I'm moving, I guess. So that gets me at least a 2. All right, you're shooting first. remember you're a spicy boy with a +1 to hit and no targeting computer. And you jumped.
Indeed. I'll shoot. I'm only going to shoot the. I'm only going to shoot one large laser. That's it. Or large laser, I should say. Base 3, jump for 6, 7, 8, short range. I should mention, I guess I'm torso twisting. Yeah, so I need 8. Curse you, dice, curse you.
You can't escape it.
I guess well, depending on who hits what, we'll figure out what side we're hitting.
Sure. Oh, well, I mean, I feel like we should decide that now before he shoots. Did you actually hit?
No, I missed, but
okay.
We have to decide both ways.
I mean, I would be comfortable either hitting your front or your side. I mean, I'll let you make the call.
Oh, that's fitting. As the defender, that's how it should be. I will. I guess I'll go. I'll go for side because that saved my ass last time.
Okay. I'm firing large laser and 2 fluid guns loaded with corrosive fluid.
Ooh, that sounds bad.
It is bad, yeah. Not as bad as it could be, but it is bad. Okay. Left arm for 8. How's that doing you? Oh, you're perfectly fine.
Armor wise, I'm pretty damn good. It's everything else that's wrong.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't correct. I'm hitting your side, right? That's what you decided?
Yes.
Okay, I'm actually that hit your right arm for 8.
Right arm. All right. 1.
Yeah, because I'm hitting your left side.
That was actually far worse, but okay.
Okay. Next up is your center torso.
What are you doing to it?
You take 5 points of damage. Oh, sorry. You take 1 point of damage center torso. Sorry.
1 point of damage.
Then you take center torso again. Right torso.
These are all points of 1.
Yep.
Okay.
Left leg, which I think is going to go into the water.
Yes.
And center torso again.
Okay. So is corrosive kind of like
at the end of the round?
Yes.
You will then take 1d6 divided by 2 damage again.
To those same spots?
No.
Do I have to know?
No, I'll roll again.
Okay.
Second gun fires. That is a hit. I hit for...
This is like
the one,
death.
not the one. No! Left arm for 1.
This is death by 1,000 cuts.
It's not
on fire.
Not going to be very good for me, but yeah. All right. That rounds out that part. So you...
How much heat do I still generate?
You generate 5 because you're on fire with the oil slick.
Got it. And what do I have to roll to get off fire?
11. Yeah. I mean, you still generate the heat now, but yep.
Yes, I added it. I'm still on fire.
Okay. I'm checking for your additional corrosion. Okay. You take a additional 3 points and 3 points.
In the same turn?
Yep, in the end phase.
Wow. Okay.
Left leg. So that's
Wait,
not happening.
That doesn't happen, yeah.
Right torso.
Got it.
Left leg. Fucking leg, man. Center torso.
Got it.
Center torso.
Got it.
Head.
God damn it. Does that still promote a head hit?
Yes.
Whoa, that's bogus. It's like acid on his face. It's not like impact. We're not using those again.
Check for 5. Those almost got your 3 last time. Okay, my goodness.
Definitely not using these. Can go really far away. I don't want to use those again.
This guy dice chilling his dice. Unbelievable. Don't blame the dice for my good luck.
I'm gonna have to start using the clan dice soon at this rate.
Here, Jade Falcons roll pretty well.
They did once. I sink 26 heat, so I'm at 5 total.
I would have to be on fire with 2 engine hits to build heat, so yeah.
All right.
Initiative. 10.
I lose. I feel like the water thing kind of worked out.
Problem is you can't jump far enough to get a good bonus.
Mm-mm. And if I'm not mistaken, moving in depth 1 water costs an extra movement point, right?
Yes. And you have to make a PSR every time you do so.
Well, luckily my gyro isn't actually hit, but I have now a +2 to all my. I have to remember to do those rolls. They add the +2 to all my modifiers. I think I forget to do that a lot.
It's called big spooning. Also, forgetting to make your walking a water checks is big spooning as well.
I really don't want to have to. If I stay put, you're totally going to get right behind me, and that would suck.
Honestly, I'm probably not doing a very good job of describing how the crowd is like losing their fucking mind at this weird ass Solaris specific build from Firestorm.
And it's working.
It's like 10 tons lighter than you. He's got you on the ropes. You're running away with your custom targeting computer.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Your long-range build is getting schooled by this dude who's just got 2 squirt guns. Oh, really? You're not gonna move? Is that real? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I just want to double check before I make my move and walk directly behind you.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm more worried about you hitting my head than anything at this point.
5. That's a walk. For at least 3. Yeah, I'm gonna take this.
Actually, I mean it's too late now, but I should have asked. I was thinking if I went prone, would that have put the fire out?
I'll buy that.
That's what I should have done. That's what I would have done.
I mean, I would then just describe the hex that you're in, you know, having an oil slick that's on fire on it.
Yeah, this is true.
Leave.
This is true.
We call that move the Exxon Mobil.
Let me go get some Dawn.
Oh shit. Okay, well, do you have anything you'd like to shoot? You got hand actuators, so
I can shoot with 1 arm.
Yes.
So I will shoot 1 large laser. Base 3 just needs a 4. So
watching you. I see your every move.
That almost misses.
Wow.
Dang these arms. Right arm takes 8 damage.
Perfect.
There is 1 crit if it goes in.
Does not. I'm gonna alpha strike back.
Makes sense.
Five. Your partial cover.
Oh, wait. Like I said, I don't account for the head hits. That's a cumulative, right? There would have been 2 of them.
+2.
I think that would have missed.
Very well.
Is my roll still up there?
Yep.
Needed 4 or 5. No, okay. That does.
No,
that would have hit.
That would hit.
Whoa, barely.
Well, I got confused now. 3.
Sorry.
-1 is back to 2. 3, 4. And then range gets canceled by weapon specialist, so I'm looking to hit 4s across the board. Rear torso. Rear center
CT?
torso takes 8.
There we go.
How you doing back there?
That's exactly enough, which is why I was like, I'm okay with this.
You can be less okay in a second.
Side torso.
Fluid will hit. Sorry, I'm firing corrosive fluid again.
I figured.
2 hits, 1 to your left leg, so nothing's happening there. And the other to your rear left torso.
1 point, got it.
Second fluid gun is a miss. I'm gonna use lucky to reroll that. Yes, that's a hit. That's 4 damage.
Good.
First one is rear right torso.
Got it.
Left arm.
Got it.
Left arm.
Got it.
Rear center torso with 2 crits.
That's really bad.
Yeah, that's as bad as before, but this time the bad is real.
This time it's legit.
APGamingREAL. 3-2 is a fusion engine hit.
That's not good.
It's the same fusion engine hit actually as the fake one from before.
2-1
is the second
engine.
fusion engine hit. Some like it hot and some like when the heat is on. What's really bad is that you could get corroded out and explode by the end of this round. Like there's no stopping it at this point.
You mean going through 19 damage on the seat?
No, just one of them just has to cause another critical.
To cause a crit. That's
Yeah.
what you're saying. Yeah.
So yeah, he gets in there. He just walks behind you. You know, you torso twist, but he's double squirt gun spraying all over your mech while you're on fire. And he goes, "Brew, I think you should eject. You're looking pretty spicy there, man."
Yeah. Before he said that, Cosmo was gonna surrender at the end of this round.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we do.
I mean,
we
if
have
a
to
head
take all
hit-
the steps.
I have no glory. I have no edge. A head hit kills him, and he's got 2 engine hits now. He's pretty boned.
Okay. You need to do heat, of course, and then I need to check to see how much damage these do. So it's 3 and 3 again.
Another 5. Now, does this corrosive still hit the back, or is this carry over from the front? Like, how does that work?
It's still the back, same direction. Center torso again, 1 internal.
You got a crit?
No crit.
Oh.
Just one point of internal damage.
I got it. Yeah.
Rear right torso.
Got it.
Rear center torso, no crit.
Man, getting scary.
Rear right torso.
Got it.
Left arm.
I need more of those. Not
Rear
that
right
matters.
torso.
Man, you hit that right torso a lot. Went from 5 to 1 just by ones.
Yeah, you surrender.
Yeah, I'm heat. Well, no, I'm not heat neutral because I just built 10, so I would have been at 32 minus 26.
Just
So
remember,
6.
you still have the 5 from being
I
a
added
5
that.
plus 10,
Yeah.
so 15.
Yeah, I added that. I only shot 1 laser.
Yeah, just firing 1 laser and standing still. You're still building heat.
Yeah,
Oh.
while in water,
While
on
water,
fire.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, like when you surrender, he continues walking but raises both of his fluid guns and switches them to oil slick and inferno and begins like spraying flaming liquid everywhere around the arena as 2 like fire rescue VTOLs descend from above and begin putting fire retardant foam on you as he's just like, "Brew, another victory!" And you're marked down for yet another loss on a Tuesday. But more importantly,
Tuesday's no good.
you've lost your opportunity to move up in the ranks, skyrocketing yourself forward.
Do I even keep 99 or do I get bumped
No,
off
you
the
keep
list?
99, but you could be vulnerable, which means number 100, Hunter McGregor, could challenge you in the future.
Yeah, and in his Highlander, yeah, that'll be close. I can't even beat a dude with fluid guns.
This is crazy, man.
That build worked really well, but I
know,
right
but it
into
shouldn't have. That's the thing. It shouldn't have worked this well. It's
I
just like
played-
you losing to the tank, where just random luck fucked you out of everything.
I mean, I kind of doomed myself right off the bat by moving over here to get close with him. If I honestly, I wanted to use the SPA once. That's what it came down to.
If you had remained at long range, you probably would have easily won this fight, to be honest.
Yes, but it is what it is. I was also curious to see how fluid guns worked because I've never used it before, and it feels like it would have been pretty entertaining, which it was, even though I lost.
I'm glad that you were entertained.
Are you not entertained?
After the match, he approaches you in the mech bay as you're still steaming mech, and it like the rear part is still corroding, like flakes of your armor coming off, and Buck like jumps out of the way as one drops 20 feet next to him. Firestorm approaches you and is like, "Hey, listen out there. That was all just, character stuff. I'm a big fan. Can I get your autograph?"
No.
Okay. Thanks, buddy. He slaps you on the shoulder and keeps walking.
I will say nothing back.
All right. He walks up toward a gaggle of groupies who are just like, "Oh my God, Firestorm, you did amazing." He's like, "Yes, I know." No, he switches back to his Afrikaans accent. I always do.
He might be the first person who like legitimately goes with the two personas.
He's
I feel
actually
like everyone else stays in it.
He's a mech bunny though, and he has the antagonizer SPA.
That does look really good. I should have just kept my comms muted. Not that would have mattered. That's funny. Well, this was rough. I will actually go to the interview this time though.
All right. William is there, and he just says, "Why don't you tell us what happened, Cosmo, in your own words?"
I will tell you that I was fooled and deceived by cheap tricks, fluid guns lighting me on fire, criticals. It was not a good day for me. I played right into his hands, and credits, and it looks painful for him to say this. Credit to Firestorm for putting on a good show.
So you don't consider fluid guns to be legitimate weapons, even though they're produced here only on Solaris for use in the arena?
They are for entertainment.
Were you not entertained? Isn't that why you're here?
William, it is always more entertaining when you're on the winning side, no?
That's true.
I think
it was like gladiators who win are typically in better spirits.
Yes, and I did not win, so my spirits are down. But it was a very poor match by me. I played poorly, did not perform up to my standards, and it was a very poor showing for my very first Class 6 match. I played right into his hands.
What drove your decision to join the Class 6 matchings when you have typically excelled in light mechs?
Well, William, as I mentioned in our pre-match interview, none of us really know how much time we have left, and I want to make the most of mine. And I feel like you get more opportunity in Class 6 than you would ever in Class 2.
But why did you switch away from the light mechs?
This is a good point. This is something I still think on. I may switch back. Do you think light mechs stand a chance in Class 6?
There's never been a light mech grand champion.
It does not mean it's not as possible.
To my recollection, and just remember, I am not a mech analyst. To my recollection, the only one I can recall that has ever won in a media mech is Justin Shang Allard during his run in the Forced Secession War.
That would be some good company, no?
There are some rumors his son Kai is planning a trip to Solaris now that he's been withdrawn from the clan front. Maybe we might see a second Yenlo Wang run.
That is someone I would not want to fight.
Well, I guess stay out of his way then. But there are numerous light and medium competitors up and down the Class 6 circuit.
You have given me something to think about. Perhaps lights are not out of the question. they are entertaining. Yes.
There are some people who exclusively like fighting in light mechs. And I think you've seen in this battle what maneuverability can mean in getting behind an opponent and opening them up. There aren't many opportunities on a battlefield to see something like a light mech getting behind something like an Atlas and excelling, and yet Solaris is full of stories of a wasp kicking an Atlas in the leg joint and breaking the entire machine, causing it to fall on its head and kill the pilot.
I have not heard of this. A wasps? No, I don't believe
He
this.
holds up a Mech HQ campaign diary.
May I have this?
No, it's framed, but I'll have my people send you a copy.
I see. I would like to take down an Atlas one day. I'm sorry. I bring your interview down. I hate losing.
Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Fans, investors, all of that normal stuff?
I just sorry to disappoint my stablemates, my brothers, and the investors. Once again, 2 losses in a row. I do not like fighting on Tuesdays. Perhaps this will not be a thing going forward.
He taps his foot and he says, as a fan, I wasn't disappointed. I just hope that you did better, but certainly I saw the kind of performance I was looking for from you.
Well, thank you, William. I always know you are in my corner, whether or not you're allowed to say so or not.
As you leave the interview, you receive a message on your Comstar link. It is addressed from Roger, indicating that access to a Valhalla Club is available to all unlimited class gladiators who represent the top 15% of the duelist.
I was going to say. Okay.
It's the top 20 of each of the other classes, and then all of the unlimiteds.
All unlimiteds?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the same thing. No shit. Okay.
I mean, if the number of people who want to be in the unlimited is way less. Look at the way our gladiators distributed. Nobody wanted to start in the unlimited because you could face anything.
Yeah.
You earned your spot on Solaris. You fought for a while in a different ranking and earned your way to the bottom.
Started at the bottom, still at the bottom.
Yep.
Sounds good. Roger, huh? Okay.
It should be noted, you have heard many rumors, though, that just being allowed access in isn't enough. Sometimes you have to tip the doorman quite generously to ensure that you and your guests will have continuous access.
I also think he will not show his face after losing to someone with fluid guns. He will probably try to get some respectable standing in class 6 unlimited before he even tries to go see, and then realize that he also has to bribe.
Do you have any answer for your patron? I feel like if I say yes, I'm right back into the shit I just got out of. Is it possible to like wait a day just to see what the other gladiators think? Or is that not part of the... No, please. We can wait until your next match, but that won't be for like a month.
Yeah.
After losing his first match, Cosmo goes into seclusion.
Yeah. He's a
as
2-game losing
goes
streak.
On vacation.
Yeah. 2-game losing streak. He's never to be heard of again. But because I mean, Cosmo is probably into it. The one thing I don't want
is for it to... Please don't become the Conor McGregor of Battletech.
No. But I just don't. I don't want.
You win and win until you lose, and then you just can't stop losing.
Yeah, retire, come back, retire, come back, fight, lose, retire. But could then come out with whiskey. But no, I think. I'll give it like 2 days because everyone has to watch it tomorrow, Wednesday. So.
Well, thank you for joining me. Probably push right up against time.
Yeah, I think the only other thing I'd want to announce is, for the first time, Cosmo, because he doesn't have an intern to train, is going to go see Brody.
Oh, I see. All right. So you get an XP for participating. You get another XP and a point of stress for losing after guaranteeing victory. And then training with Brody will reduce one stress and give you another XP. So you end up with 3 XP and no stress.
And a head hit gives me another stress, right?
Ah, yes, of course. You're correct.
Oh, but then whatchamacallit negates that penthouse.
Yep.
All right, so I stay at 1 stress. Okay.
It's almost like with all these bonuses, you can afford to take stressful activities like researching your opponent when you're at the top tier, like you're at now.
Yeah. It's something I should do, but I should do it before a match. I just never remember. Actually, there is one last thing I'd like to do. They kind of roll them together. Is one researching the virus and also want to talk to Book.
Okay.
Unless you're just going to tell me we know for a fact the virus came from Mr. Way, then no point researching.
We know that the virus came from Mr. Way.
Okay. Then no need to research it. And I just want
to proprietary code.
Okay. Then you know what? Then forget it. Then that's it. That's all I needed.
Very well.
But that did put me at level 1 for my next playbook, which was Hot Dog. So I will be taking plot armor for a move.
Why don't you tell the audience what that does?
Well, it's especially fitting after a match like today, where through extreme training, you've learned improbable piloting skills. If you would take pilot damage from a head hit, you don't. After using this ability, it requires an investor to spend 1 wealth to recharge. Seeing how I never have any glory, I need some way to negate head hits.
What I'm hearing is stable champion Nicholas Sokolov. No, you've been adopting the Triple H persona. You know, you win a bunch, then you start losing, you start spitting fire out in the air, then you become the corporate champion and start making a comeback.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it sounds like I'm going for.
Now you just have to get married to Elizabeth, I guess.
Little do we know, the Mandressa and Elizabeth are one and the same.
No, they're not. There's someone out there writing Trace Billings X Elizabeth fan fiction. I'm losing it.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
That's funny. I'll have to look that up.
Good. So good. All right. Nothing else?
Nope, I'm good.
We finished exactly on time. Perfect.
Bang.